All right, he's back. I'm doing this as much for me as for anybody else. It's been a challenge for me to find ways to progressively do the pranayama, which I'm practicing myself before I'm putting this online. So it's really helping me to clarify. So thanks, everybody. Anyway, yoga philosophy, the broader context. When we're practicing, one of the things we're doing as part of what I would call the hero journey is tapping into apotheosis. I love that word. That's the kind of transfiguration that happens so that when you return from doing battle with the forces of your own ignorance in yoga, you return transfigured, changed, as an example, and hopefully as an inspiration to the people who you're living with and those around you, and inviting everybody to take up the quest, even if you're not a finished product. Take up the quest. So, part of what we're supposed to be doing, and I always say elevate the conversation, is called yoga basya. Yoga basya, Bhasya, basya. It has to do with discussion, exposition, commentary. So, yoga asks you to do a behavior modification, right? Remember, with your actions, change what you do. It's an attention training. How do you focus? Remember, your attention is solid gold. Whatever you put it on thrives, whatever you withdraw it from withers. It tells you that it's time to put more weight to the center of your life and not the circumference of your life. So that means it's a kind of introverted self inquiry. Remember, Eastern philosophy believes that the power of the introverted mind to self liberate is great. We don't give as much um, value to that ability to turn inside and figure it all out for ourselves. Nonetheless, if you invest energy in trying to quell the turmoil, what they call the vrittis, the waves of the mind, there's going to be benefits, but it's a process oriented thing. It doesn't happen overnight, even though there are benefits immediately and benefits in the future for sure. It's also present oriented. It isn't about what happened in the past, it isn't about what's going to happen in the future. It's about being here now. And all of it, even though right now in the greater milieu, there's things that aren't pleasant, even frightening, and even fatal, but yet, amidst it all, Eastern philosophy had a much wider acceptance for what they would call the play, the lila, the sport. The goddess is doing nothing but doing the dance, Shiva Nataraj, the crazy dance of life. And so, when you play, when you're enjoying yourself, there's no reason outside of just enjoying, right? The purpose of play is to just keep play going. So that means you have to change your attitude, a certain lightness about how you go about these things. And not that you want to be frivolous and in moments when it's appropriate to have a sober sense. But when it's not immediately in your face, how can you return back to this lightness? So the breath is what we're here to do. So today we're adding the kumbhakas and just a little crazy history about yoga and its fanaticism. There's a mudra called Kachari Mudra, Khecari, Kachari Mudra. Now, since we've already learned from the Yoga Sutras that one of the four ways to get into samadhi with technique, focusing on the third eye, seeing light there, chanting Om, visualizing your guru, and the fourth one is arresting the breath after the exhalation, Bhayakumbhaka. Well, they developed a way to arrest the breath, if you can believe this. Kids, don't try this at home. I never did, and I don't think I'm going to. The tongue has a little vein at the bottom, the freedom, and they cut that very, very slightly. They cut it, and then they put ghee or something on it till it heals, and then they cut it again until the tongue can kind of loosen itself and curl back, almost like you're swallowing your tongue, and close the glottis a little bit. Can you imagine if it got that long? Maybe it's like those sexual acts where people like choke each other and somehow the asphyxiation brings them to orgasm. Never tried it, don't think I will. But that's like this, it puts you in there and you get into this swoon state, so they say. But we're not going to do that. Instead, we're just going to try to do the arresting of the breath at the end of the exhalation. So get your seat. Really, really important. Again, once you lift the side trunk, it's one thing, but if you press your hands down against your thigh bones and then lift yourself up, you see there's that extra lift that comes, that's not, there's the chest lift, and there's the lift from the bottom of the spine. So don't forget that. And of course, to maintain it, if I'm not reminding you, that's your job. Chin down, close your eyes, and soften the gaze inside. Now remember, your body posture is as important, if not more important, than the breath. Put your awareness for a moment by the kidney area. One of Mr. Iyengar's great insights is that your back has to imitate a banana leaf. The dorsal spine from your neck to your kidney is broad like the midsection of a banana leaf, where your spine is the stem and the evenly spaced ribs being the veins, and then the tailbone is the end of the leaf. Feel that length and width across that back body. All right, on your next exhalation, let's just begin simple Ujjayi breathing. The inhale goes in, the exhale goes out. We're not even doing any digital control here. Inhale, slowly the breath goes in, and slowly the breath goes out. And then you do your third continuous cycle. Remember, beginners, take restorative breaths if you need. Otherwise, follow the flow and watch what you can or you can't do smoothly. And out the breath goes. Now we switch and we do Ujjayi inhale, Ujjayi exhale, and then retain the exhalation. So the breath comes in, you fill from the pelvic basin through the solar plexus, through the chest, all the way up to the neck. You exhale, maintaining the lift in the chest. And then once the breath is comfortably out, you wait and you hold. 5, 6 seconds, probably not too much for a beginner. 8 to 10 seconds. If you're a little bit more advanced, don't need to go any further than that. And then next inhale comes right in. Take it in smoothly without a sound. Then let your exhale release again. Once the exhale releases out of the body, Bayakumbhaka. Hold the breath out after the exhale and wait. And mentally count. Before your body trembles or rebels, take your next inhale. Come in smooth, silently, softly, effortlessly. Exhale, same way. And now wait. And back to restorative breathing. All right, so that's the prototype, the easiest, no digital control. Now we're going to do a few cycles of Chandra Bedana as we've been practicing the last few days. So on your next exhale, re-energize your body posture, raise the hand, block the right, inhale through the left. And block the left, exhale through the right. All right, now proceed at your own pace, eyes closed, inhaling through your left, exhaling through your right. Notice how your breath is a vasodilation, a broadening of the blood vessels, of the veins, the arteries, a relaxation of the heart, the valves in the heart, the chambers of the heart. The nervous system being primed to work all of the various aspects of itself: digestive system, excretory system, glandular system, hormonal system. All right, so now having done that just for a minute or so, now you're going to switch to inhale through your open left nostril, exhale through the open right nostril, then relax your hand and hold the breath in Bayakumbhaka. And then continue right along with inhale through the left, exhale through the right, and Bayakumbhaka. So do that technique for another minute or so, no rush. Always allow yourself to relax behind the technique as you're playing. Don't force. Really important to feel it's safe and that you give yourself permission to go deeper and to release from the external world. Everyone has the part in their brain called the amygdala, which is the anxiety gathering center in your brain. And if it doesn't feel comfortable, if it feels threatened in any way, it won't let go completely. So reassure yourself it's okay to relax, right? And you need the ability to relax. You can express your natural ability to relax if you feel safe. All right, so we're doing one more of an inhale through the left, exhale through the open right. Relax your hand and wait there in the kumbha, in the pot. And then let the next restorative inhale come in. Notice the quality. Keep softening. Now we'll move to the final technique, which is the Anuloma technique. Inhale both, exhale right, inhale both, exhale left for a few cycles, and then we'll do it with the kumbha, the retention of the breath. So exhale, navel back. Next cycle to begin. Raise your hands, widen both nostrils as you inhale. Then block left, open right, exhale. Open both nostrils, inhale. Block right, open left, exhale. That's the prototype. You're on your own for the next minute or so. So perfect all these lunar techniques. Notice which one gives you the greatest access to feeling calm. Continue to reduce your effort to a minimal so your attention isn't captured by any tension and you can devote yourself to the more fluid part of your own consciousness. Notice how the breath gains access from the pelvic base all the way to the collarbone armpit, and how the spine maintains lift and girth even on the exhalation cycles. All right, now having done one or two cycles of the open nostril technique, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add the exhale retention, Bhayakumbhaka, at the end. So that will be inhale both, block left, exhale right, and then wait. And open both, inhale, block right, exhale left, and wait. And then you're on your own. So notice how this variation, which will help us, just as Pratiloma helps us, to lead towards Nadi Shodhana, which we'll do tomorrow, the alternate nostril technique. And as always, I suggest if you haven't studied light on pranayama, it's a great source book for extra tips and nuance in your practice. Is the breath smooth? Is the finger manipulation using the same weight, the same pressure, the same placement on the nostrils? And although I haven't mentioned it, every now and then it's good to try to use the other hand and see if you can get dexterity and be ambidextrous. All right, so finish off the one that you're working on, which is going to end with the exhalation through the left nostril and then holding the breath out, Bhayakumbhaka. And then you take a few restorative breaths at that point. And slowly, you're going to keep your eyes closed and raise your head up on your spine. And then with a diffused gaze, slightly open your eyes a little bit, and then open the eyes all the way. That's it for today. Go out and spread your sunshine everywhere.